Let's turn to the color map now, Eric. And we have some good news and a little bad news. This week we have 6 red counties. This is the lowest number of red counties that we have had in the alert system since we started this 9 weeks ago. The 6 counties that are red are Mercer, Erie, Preble, Lucas, Montgomery, and Lorain. The big story this week is that we have 76 counties at the same level as they were last week, which is the smallest movement between levels that we have experienced so far. Montgomery County is the only county to move this week to red. We had 4 counties drop from red to orange, which is the good news. Those counties that dropped from red to orange are Clermont County, Clark County, Franklin County, and Trumbull County. This is also the smallest number of Ohioans living in red counties since the alert system launched, and this is certainly good news. However, we're keeping a very close eye on all of our counties. Colleges and university students are returning. We're already starting to see some cases as a result of that. We're also seeing, of course, our K through 12 that is starting back in. So we're at a time where we got to watch what's happening. Let me go through and talk about the red counties briefly. Mercer County remains red this week in the number 2 slot. While the county's numbers are trending in the right direction, it's certainly much too soon to let up. Even though cases have gone from 298.7 per capita in our alert system 2 weeks ago, it is 213.7 this week. And again, that's calibrated per 100,000 population. And so that remains over double what is considered a high incidence of the cases. During the past few weeks, the health department has been collaborating with their local officials to address the high number of cases in the county. They've implemented health guidance to help curb the spread of the virus. Let's go to Erie County. Erie County, they're at a level of 156 cases per 100,000 residents, again, in the last 2 weeks. They've had 116 cases during the past 2 weeks, which is a 15% of the total cases since the pandemic began. They've had a large outbreak in a long-term care facility that is now unfortunately spread into the community. Next county is Preble County. It is red due to a high incidence numbers. They're red because they meet the CDC's threshold for high incidence. They added 60 cases during the past 2 weeks out of 323 cases since the beginning of the pandemic. That's about close to 20% of their total number of cases. They have 2 significant outbreaks, and half of their cases are because of community spread. So Preble County, their number is 146 per 100,000. Again, that's about half, again, as much as the 100 level, which is considered high incidence. Let's turn to Lucas County. They meet 3 indicators. They're red because the county meets the CDC's threshold for high incidence. They're at 110. They added 473 cases during the past 2 weeks. They went from an average of 21 outpatient visits per day to 29 outpatient visits per day. The virus is spreading between members of the same household, and the county continues to have community spread. Montgomery County, they return, unfortunately, red this week. They added 538 cases during the past 2 weeks, which is 10% of their total cases. From August 16th to August 22nd, Montgomery County's cases increased from 36.9 today to 45 per day. They also saw an increase in number of outpatient visits, an early indicator. From August 5th to August 10th, they increased from an average of 50 cases per day to 60 new cases per day. Let's go to Lorain County. They are at 51 cases per 100,000, a lot lower than many of these other counties, but they do meet 4 indicators. They're making progress in the right direction, which is good. Their cases per capita numbers have been decreasing. Their outpatient visits also started to drop, again, an early indicator. Their average outpatient visits dropped from 26 on August 15th to almost 10 on August 25th. Their per capita measure dropped from 80 on August 20th to 51 as of yesterday.